Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Storytime. I'm Miss Jess, and this is Wiggleworms. Wiggleworms is the Ames Free Library's toddler story time, so we are focused just on those little guys who need to move, need to get their wiggles out, maybe won't sit still very long, but this program is designed to catch their attention. So we've got songs and rhymes and some movement activities. So hopefully keep them moving, but also keep them engaged. Of course, it's entirely possible that your little one's not going to want to sit for the whole thing, and that's okay. You can just let them go and try again. If you try every week, they'll start to catch on to some of the things that we do. We do repeat rhymes and songs every week so that they can start to get used to them and learn them and even kind of own them a little bit. So they might be, off in the other room playing sometime later in the day or on another day and start to sing these songs. So that's totally the goal. So even if they're kind of wandering away and not really totally engaged right now, put it on every week and see if they come back, and they'll start to catch on and learn some of the rhythms and routines that we do. So here we go. If you've been joining me over the last few months and weeks, you know that we have a routine. We do repeat the same rhymes and songs, but you'll also know that we are now into our third week of summer story time. So the summer story times, we did mix it up, so we have some new songs and rhymes. So if you're just joining us for the first time in a while, welcome back. We've got some new stuff for you. Or if you are coming back to our summer story times, then awesome. We're going to do those rhymes we've been working on the last few weeks. So that means it's story time. In the library, that means everybody come and find a seat. But we're going to get our little bodies moving pretty quick here. So you might want to stay standing up, or you'll have to stand up again in a minute. Okay, so let's say hello. We're going to start just by waving our hands. Can you guys wave to me? Can you guys wave to Freddy Bear over here? He is so ready for story time. All right. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. It's Wiggleworms. All right, grown-ups, do stick close. This is our Wiggleworms program for the little guys, but it's always fun if you engage with them. That actually might be part of what entices them to come and stay and sit and watch a little longer. And then again, you can kind of learn some of these rhymes and songs and maybe participate if your little guy shows interest in doing that later. So come on and be with them. Also, this one they might need a little help with. So depends on how old your one is. We are going to be doing a little bit of a jumping rhyme, a jumping song. I really enjoy this one, but I can't jump. If I jump, I'm going to be going straight out the top of your screen, aren't I? That won't work very well. So Freddy Bear is going to do my jumping for me, right? Yeah, he's ready. He likes this one. We're going to be toast in the toaster. Now, if you guys remember, we do this one. We're toast in the toaster, and you push that little lever down on your toaster, and you're going to squish up nice and tight, make like a little ball down on the floor. And we're going to toast, and we're going to toast, and then at the end, what happens with toast? Toast pops up. So we're going to have these little guys jump. Again, depending on the age of your toddler, I know some toddlers aren't quite so good at jumping yet. It's part of what makes this one so much fun. So you can help them bounce them up. If you have a lap sitter, you can bounce them, just like I'm going to do with Freddy Bear. Or you can just kind of encourage them to try that jumping, to try that whole big body movement. So here we go. I'm toast in the toaster. I'm getting very hot. Tick tock, tick tock. Up I pop. And you can jump up, big arms, big legs. Make yourself pop right out of that toaster. And let's do that one again. I really like that one. So we're going to squish up tight. Ready? Here we go. I'm toast in the toaster. I'm getting very hot. Tick tock, tick tock. Up I pop. And a big old pop right out of that toaster. All right. I'm actually going to set Freddy Bear aside for this one, because this one we need our fine motor skills. We're going to be doing small motion movements instead of these big whole body ones. So let's find our fingers, friends. Can you guys show me your fingers? I have 5 fingers on this hand, and I have 5 fingers on this hand. Let's wiggle all those fingers. You know what? Just for fun, let's count them. Can you guys count with me? We're going to take one hand, and we're going to count all these fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take our other hand and keep counting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 fingers. Well, guess what? Our next song is about 10 little fingers. All right, so again, if you've been joining us, maybe you guys know the words, you can sing with me. If you don't, you can just follow along and do the motions with me, okay? I have 10 little fingers and they all belong to me. I can make them do things, would you like to see? I can shut them up tight or open them wide, put them all together or make them all hide. I can make them jump high, I can make them jump low. I can fold them quietly and hold them all just so. And that's a nice way to take those hands and place them gently in your lap. This is a great transition song. This is actually a good one to move from our body movements to sitting and listening for stories. But it's also a great way, grown-ups, if you're trying to transition something at home, maybe mealtime or maybe a quiet activity, you can start that. So do a little wiggle movement and then bring it down to a nice little hands folded in the lap. So just a little tool you can tuck in your tool belt. Now, since it is summer reading, we've talked about this every week, we are going to use the theme, Imagine Your Story. So imagine is when you close your eyes and you put pictures in your brain and you think what something might look like or feel like or smell like or be like to experience it. So we're going to imagine our story. I'm going to tell you guys a story today. It's one of our folk tales, and this one you might have heard of before. It's called The Emperor's New Clothes. This story is about one man who thinks he is quite important. The emperor. Well, an emperor is like a king. He's the boss. He's the man in charge, right? So I guess he's kind of important. But emperors are supposed to lead their people. They're supposed to make good examples and make good rules and help their people be happy and prosperous. Well, this emperor loved wearing fancy clothes, but he didn't do a whole lot besides that. He just walked around looking fancy and spending money on fine clothing and wanting to look nice. Well, one day, two men who have heard about the emperor's love of clothing, they come into town and they say, we are weavers and tailors. Weavers means they make fabric, they make cloth, they weave it together, and tailors means they take that cloth and they sew it into fancy clothes. So they want to make the emperor a very fancy suit. Well, he loves clothes so much, so of course he says, yes, I need the fanciest suit you can make. And they say, well, check out this fabric that we have. It is the most beautiful. It is the finest cloth you've ever seen. And he looks at it and he says, what fabric? And they say, oh no. Well, you can only see this cloth if you are very smart and if you work very hard. Well, the emperor, he says, uh-oh, I can't see this. But I don't want to admit that I'm not smart and I don't work hard. So, oh, yes, I see. It's beautiful. This is the finest cloth I've ever seen. I see it now. You should make me a suit out of this. He didn't want to tell everybody that he couldn't see it, right? That would make him feel foolish. So he says he can see it, and they make him a suit. And they come and they measure him to make sure that the suit will fit. They measure his arms and they measure his legs and they measure around his neck and they make it so fancy. They say, we are making you the finest suit. It'll take some time. And they go away and they sew and they sew. Well, they really don't because they don't have any fabric. But the emperor thinks they do. And he says, all right, they're making me a fine suit. And they bring back the suit made of cloth that he can't see, and he tries it on and he says, oh, it fits perfectly, I love it. And they say, oh good, we just need to do the finishing touches. And so they're working on the suit and they bring it back and the emperor says, okay, if it fits, I'm gonna lead a big parade all through our town. And the weavers come back, he tries on his suit, fits pretty well. He says, okay, says to himself, can't see this, but it feels like it fits, right? And he tries it on and he asks his advisors, is this the finest suit you've ever seen? And they say, oh, of course, sir. Do you think they can see it? No, they can't see it either. But they don't want to admit that they're not smart and they don't work hard too, right? So they tell him it's beautiful. And he asks his family, what do you think of my new suit? And they say, I don't see a suit. But they tell the emperor, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. This is the finest suit you've ever had. So he's all dressed up and he's all fancy, and he says, I will lead a parade through town. Well, is he wearing any clothes? He's not wearing any clothes. The weavers, the tailors, they tricked him. They said you couldn't see it, but really there was nothing there to see. And of course his family and his advisors, they didn't want to admit they couldn't see it, so they told him, oh yes, this is such a fine suit. Well, what do you think happens when he leads a parade right off down Main Street in front of his whole town? He leads a parade in his very fancy suit, but you can only see that suit if you're very smart and work very hard. No, there's no suit there at all. So he marches down the street in front of everybody, and they start looking at him and saying, does he know he doesn't have any clothes on? He's only wearing his underpants. And they laugh and they point and they say, he's very silly looking. And so the emperor realizes that he's actually not wearing anything at all, and he was tricked. He was so concerned with what other people thought of him and his fancy clothes that he didn't even believe his own eyes when there were no clothes there. And that sure made him look foolish. And here it is, the emperor's new clothes. This one is illustrated by John Alfred Rowe, but you can come check this out, or you can find some other variations at the library. Books are now available for checking out and taking home, so you can give us a call at the library, or you can always put it on hold in our catalog and we'll get that book to you. So definitely hope you guys are taking advantage of that. We are definitely eager to have you all back in finding some good books to take home, and this is a great way to supplement these storytime videos, is if you have a few books, whether they're folk tales or something else, have a few books on hand, and then when you're already having a seat thinking about stories, you guys can just grab a few books of your own and continue that a little bit longer. So definitely hope you've been coming and checking out that whole system and coming to pick up some books. Now, this next part of Storytime is also new. Again, might be something you guys are getting used to by now. We're going to do a flannel board activity every week. So kiddos, I want you to watch carefully because I might be asking for your help. I need some help counting sometimes. Let's say I think we did counting. We looked at colors. This week we are going to look at shapes. Wow, everything on here is a different shape. I bet you know some of these shapes. I'm going to point and I want you to say big and loud what shape we see. That's right, that's a heart. This one's a circle. That's a star. A triangle. And a square. Good job, guys. So we have all these different shapes. And what color are they? This is red, a red heart. This one is, what color is that? It's a very light color, but it's blue. A blue circle. Can you guys take your finger and shape a circle in the air? Go round and round and make a big circle. We said that's a star, right? What color is that star? Yellow. Yellow star. Triangle. We can make this shape too. Start with your finger up here at the top. We're going to make this shape in the air. Are you ready to go do it with me? Down one side, across the bottom, and back up to the top. A triangle has 1, 2, 3. 3 points and 3 sides. And what color is this triangle? That's an orange triangle. And the square, let's take that finger and make a big square in the air. A square has nice straight sides and it has 4 sides and 4 corners. So trace that square with me. Down, across, up, across. And what color is that? That's right, we almost forgot. That's a green square. Well, I have some things here and I want to know where they go. What's this? Oh, that's a yellow star. Did you see a yellow star before? I did. Let's match it. This yellow star. Nope, not the same. Oh, look, it's the same as that. This yellow star. Matches that yellow star. Now we have 2 yellow stars. What else have I got over here? I've got, oh, what's that? An orange triangle. We saw an orange triangle before, didn't we? Yes. In fact, they are right next to each other. This orange triangle matches with that orange triangle. What else do we have? I like this one. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling kind of shape. It's a heart. This heart is red. Hey, I saw one of those. No, that doesn't match that. Doesn't match. Where's that red heart? Oh, here it is. 1 red heart, 2 red hearts. They match. These shapes will go together. And then I've also got, green. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that has 4 sides. Do you guys remember which shape has 4 sides? Yeah, it's the same color as the other one too. It's a square. This green square matches our first green square. I have just 1 shape left in my hands. What is that? Oh yeah, this is the circle, the one that goes round and round and round. Well, that's a blue circle. That's a blue circle. They can go together. They fit very nicely. Heart, circle, star, triangle, square. That was all about shapes and colors, wasn't it? That's kind of a neat one. So we have books at the Ames Free Library. Also, we have a collection we call our concept books. That includes books about shapes and about colors. We have ABCs and counting as well. So another opportunity for you to come check out what we've got. You can check them out on the catalog and then put those on hold and we can find you some books so you guys can continue that conversation about shapes, about colors, about some of these early learning concepts that you guys might be working on. So check those out, and again, we'll find a way to get those books into your hands. Now, I like this rhyme. You definitely have to use your imagination for this one. We are going to, do you remember? We're going to blow up a balloon. Big, big balloons. Are you ready? So we're going to blow up our balloons, and you're going to hold that air in your cheeks like your cheek is a big balloon, and then, well, if you don't know, you'll find out. Okay? This is the way we blow our balloons. Blow, blow, blow. Good job. Hold that really, really big balloon. Are you ready? Because this is the way we break our balloons. Oh, oh, no. And we'll pop that balloon and squeeze all the air right out. Should we do that one again? You guys usually like this one, so let's do it again. Here we go. This is the way we blow our balloons. Blow, blow, blow. Good job. Hold that balloon. Because this is the way we break our balloons. Oh, oh, no. Squeeze all that air right out. Good job, balloons. Alrighty. We did keep one of our very favorite parts of story time. So we are gonna do our fishy song next. You guys remember, we're gonna take your hands, make them into a fishy, swim that little fishy. We're gonna do some bubbles. Those bubbles go rising up, and when they pop, clap those hands. All right? So Freddie Bear is already over here to hold our flannel board. And we're gonna go, let's see, you guys are getting pretty good with our colors. We're gonna do something a little bit different this week. I'm gonna start with this guy. Do you guys know what color this is? Can you tell me? He is purple. There's our purple fish. So let's sing. I'm a little purple fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little purple fish swimming in the water. Bubble, 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 pop. Wow. Purple first. That is unusual. Next fish is gonna swim right onto our board, and that fish is, what color is he? Blue. My very favorite color, my blue fishy. Let's sing about him. I'm a little blue fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little blue fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. And off he swims. Okay, can you guess what we're doing? Do you know yet? Let's see what color this next one is. That's right, this is our green fish. Our green fish is ready to swim. Get those hands. I'm a little green fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little green fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. So we had purple, blue, green, and now we've got, that's right, it's yellow. If you haven't guessed, we're doing our rainbow colors backwards today. So we started at the bottom of the rainbow and we're working our way up. So let's sing for our yellow guy. I'm a little yellow fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little yellow fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. And our next fishy here is the orange guy. Let's check out the orange fish. I'm a little orange fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little orange fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. And swim that little orange fishy away. It's time for our very last fish. Do you know what color we haven't done yet? That's right, it's red. Let's sing for our red fishy. I'm a little red fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. I'm a little red fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. And off he goes. I love those fishies. They're a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had some fun making those bubbles and popping them. Okay, now I forgot to remind you at the beginning, but grown-ups, remember we are using rhythm sticks this time around. So if you haven't grabbed your rhythm sticks, go grab some now. Remember, they don't have to be rhythm sticks. Where is it? There he is. Here's my cute little owl. These are my kitchen utensils. These two have great wooden handles, so they make some lovely sounds. But if you've got just plastic handled utensils, that would work too. Maybe just find a couple of toys that you've got in the toy box. You can always substitute in with a shaker or some other kind of toy. Maybe even if you have a little drum, you could substitute in with that. Or, of course, keep tapping those hands. That works too. So let's take our sticks. We're going to cross them while we tap. And we're going to do one on the floor. I'm going to do them here on my lap. But if you're sitting on the floor, or if you want to reach down, you can always reach down and tap your floor when you do that one too, okay? We'll start up in the air. Cross your sticks in the air, in the air. Cross your sticks in the air, in the air. Cross your sticks in the air. Cross your sticks with a flare. Cross your sticks in the air, in the air. And we're going to move down to the floor. You can tap them on the floor, or you can tap them here in your lap. Just tap gently. I'm going to hold them here where you guys can see them. Tap your sticks on the floor, on the floor. Tap your sticks on the floor, on the floor. Tap your sticks on the floor, then tap your sticks some more. Tap your sticks on the floor, on the floor. All right. Now let's take our sticks. Remember, when we're finished with our rhythm sticks, we're going to hold them right next to each other. 1, 2, and we're going to just slide them down neatly right here next to us. That way they are right where they belong. We're not tempted to tap anything else with our sticks, because we certainly don't want to get carried away and bump something that shouldn't be bumped, right guys? So take them neatly, lie them together, and set them aside. Grown-ups, this could be something that you guys work on, both with your sticks or maybe even with some other kinds of toys. Again, it's kind of a nice little routine. If you have a nice little routine, something that you do every time you use a particular item, it might be able to help with that point of letting go, since that's a tricky thing for these little guys sometimes. All right, So guys, that's it. It's time to say goodbye. Wiggleworm friends, I will be right here next week with some more imagination fun, some more rhymes and songs for you guys, and we'll see. I wonder what kind of story we're going to imagine next week. I will see you then. Bye.